Hello and welcome, or welcome back to Andromeda Tarot. And as always, my name is Andrea. This is going to be the Scorpio reading. Let's go ahead and get into it, my Scorpios. Sorry, I'm on like 3 hours of sleep, non-stop energy right now. And but anyways, so I might be a little delusional. Sorry guys. Anyways, Scorpio reading. And so the first question that I will be asking is, how is the person on Scorpio's mind feeling about my Scorpios? How is the person on Scorpio's mind feeling about my Scorpios? How is the person on Scorpio's mind feeling? We have the owl. I love owls. So the person on your mind feels like you are wise. You are, what is the word? Intuitive. You are spiritual, is what I hear with the owl. Let's go ahead and read this card. This is air energy. So that is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The owl. Abundance, clairvoyant treasures. The owl is a mysterious and otherworldly creature found in folklore from east to west. The white owl in this particular deck is the companion of the goddess Lakshmi and represents wealth, beauty, and good fortune. When the owl card appears, it's an omen that a boon or treasure is on its way, either in spiritual or material form. With owl wisdom on your side, you'll see and know exactly what to do with this boon, how it can further serve your dharma and bring abundance to the world. Trust that the wellspring of treasures is infinite. When in balance, generous, trusting, secure. When out of balance, money, quarrels, scarcity to bring into balance and offering. Wow. So this is how the person on your mind feels about you. And so this could actually be how the energy that you're actually in. And so that is awesome. All right, let me get some clarifying cards with the Love Oracle. How's the person on Scorpio's mind feeling? Ooh, wow, this is some really good energy. Ecstasy, chasing thrills, excitement, good time. How's the person on Scorpio's mind feeling about Scorpio? Finality, farewells, leave behind closure. Okay, and so with this, these two cards together and then the owl card, what I'm hearing is you're leaving behind some sort of old thought process, some sort of old version of yourself, to be in this type of energy, to be in this owl energy. Like you're in some sort of a higher level energy is what I'm hearing with that. Okay, that is how that is resonating with me. Okay, and now I want to see how the person on Scorpio's mind is feeling about Scorpio with the Crow Tarot. How is the person on Scorpio's mind feeling about my Scorpios? How is the person on Scorpio's mind feeling about my Scorpios? How is the person? The Page of Cups, okay? So there is definitely emotional energy here. There are feelings involved. There are romantic feelings. This is water energy. Water energy is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. There's a little sharky here. That shark always makes me happy. I don't know why. I think because it's a little shark. It's cute. And so what I hear with that is the person on your mind finds you to be romantic. They find you to be cute. They find you to be somebody who's growing into like kind of a, I can't explain it, maybe like a vulnerable person, but in a good way, is what I'm hearing with that. So let me go ahead and read this Page of Cups and the Crow Tarot. Okay, Cups energy keyword, psychic, creative, love, dreams, feeling. Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is a creative crow who finds inspiration practically everywhere she looks. The crow leans in and listens to a fish spin romantic tales of love and travels. This young, energetic bird delights in discovering new ideas and experiences, especially if they seem unconventional. Her vision of the world is almost childlike, full of play and wonder. The Page of Cups appears to you as a reminder that dreams can often provide the answers or inspiration we seek. Stay open-minded because alternative solutions may be found from a different and creative perspective. Okay, so this is how your person is feeling about you. Pretty self-explanatory. All right, and now I want to see how you're feeling about the person on your mind. How are my Scorpios feeling about the person on their mind? How are my Scorpios? The bear. So the bear gives me masculine energy. This bright energy here makes me think that they bring you joy. They make you feel secure, protected. They might be big, hairy. But if it is reverse, if the person on your mind is a feminine, then they might just have mama bear energy, is what I hear with that. And let's go ahead and read this bear card. This is earth energy. So earth energy, that is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I'll find it. The deer, the elk, the lamb, the buffalo, the snake. I swear it's going to be in between these two cards. Nope, that's the fox. There it is. Okay. Waking from spiritual slumber, beginning anew. After a long winter, the bear rises from deep slumber. At the first movement and effort are... brain part. At first, the movement and effort are difficult, but the bear knows it's time to awaken and move toward the dawning light. The bear card represents an individual on the cusp of new directions and personal transformation. The initial weeks and months of this spiritual quest may feel tricky, cumbersome, and full of obstacles, but you have no choice, bear. Winter wanes, the warmth of spring emerges, and your transformation begins. When in balance, inner strength, yearning to grow. When out of balance, withdrawal, lethargy, heaviness. To bring into balance, movement and exercise. Okay, and so I feel like y'all are in a similar energy, you and the person on your mind. So definitely a good energy, an energy of learning, growing, transforming, becoming your higher self, is what I hear with that. What, Merlin kitty baby? Merlin just confirmed that. Leave him alone. I'm almost done, okay? I have one more reading after this. My animals are very anxious because I haven't had a whole lot of time for them lately. Okay, that might be significant. How's Scorpio feeling about the person on their mind? How is Scorpio feeling about the person on their mind? How is Scorpio feeling about the person on their mind? How are my Scorpios feeling about the person? Emotional storm, turmoils, unstable, affected. So they may be in the other energy of the bear, the energy of the hibernation, heaviness, being in their cave, is what I'm hearing. How is the person, or how is Scorpio feeling about the person on their mind? Longing, craving, aching, wanting, and pain. Afraid, cautious, apprehensive. Okay. And so I'm hearing some sort of, perhaps this is the bear energy. So they are maybe feeling like holding back because of some sort of emotional storm that they're going through, but deep down they have this longing, aching, craving, wanting for this, you know, transformed energy, this energy of y'all being in your higher selves and this connection. And one more card with the Crow Tarot for how you're feeling about the person on your mind. And if the energies resonate in the other way, then take it as it resonates. How is Scorpio feeling about the person on their mind? How is Scorpio feeling about the person? We have the High Priestess. This card kind of came out sideways, so I'm going to read the whole card. But the High Priestess energy is an energy of like piercing the veil. It could be, I think that's a band name. The sword always makes me think of communication. So, and then of course this, it has, I think, all of the energies. So air, water, fire. I don't see anything representing earth. Okay, but the High Priestess energy is an energy about being on the cusp of some sort of spiritual awakening is what I hear with that, but also being in touch with feminine energy. Let me go ahead and read this card. Number 2, that number could be significant. Keywords: intuition, spirit guides, divine guidance, magic. This is water energy, so that is Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. The High Priestess takes the spark created by the magician and transforms the idea into a tangible reality. Like a shadow passing in the night, her energy is present and can be felt in the gut, but not always seen. Her intuitive power lies in the spiritual unconscious, allowing the High Priestess to soar back and forth through the veil, bringing with her divine knowledge. Perched on the moon and surrounded by the 4 suits, your connection with the High Priestess is active at this time and should be utilized. She comes ready to deliver the answers you seek through dreams and symbols. Pay attention, she is with you. If the High Priestess appears reversed, it is a message that your connection with your inner self has been lost. As a result, the High Priestess is unable to communicate the information you need to make a wise decision. She strongly urges you to take the time to yourself to allow for communication to come to you through your quietness or spirit. Her message is to pay attention. There is magic in this world. You only need to allow yourself to experience it. And so I'm hearing that as far as how you're feeling about the person on your mind, I feel like you guys are kind of mirroring each other. And so you, in order to know how to move forward or how to best reach your highest potential in this relationship and within each other, within yourselves, you need to, of course, think positively, but also follow your intuition. Whatever way that you can start to hear your inner voice, to see the person who you are on the inside. 1313 on the timer, that number could be significant. What's the word that I'm looking for? Always when I look back at these readings, what I'm trying to reiterate always comes to mind. And so whatever comes to your mind, even with me thinking that, that is your intuition speaking to you, okay? And so journaling, meditating, all of that stuff, whatever feels, going out in nature. Sometimes when people go out in nature, it really helps them tap into their intuition, okay? All right. Oh, baby. My poor animals miss me so much. Okay, now I'm going to get with the Woodland Warden's deck, how you're feeling about yourself. A little bit of hesitation there. A little bit of fear. How are my Scorpios feeling about themselves? 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 We have the snail and huckleberry, trust and the invisible, okay? And so what I hear with this trust in the invisible is that your intuition is something that isn't visible, okay? And so sometimes you are doubting your intuition, and this is saying to trust it. okay? Figure out a way where when you tap into your intuition, not to doubt it, okay? Let me go ahead and read this card, the Snail and Huckleberry. This is number 41, I believe. The determined and deliberate snail carries its home on its back. While it may seem like a simple, humble creature, the spiral of its shell portends great mystery, representing the cycle of life. Like the snail, the huckleberry is sometimes associated with smallness and insignificance. A huckleberry, in the late 19th century slang, was a person of little consequence. However, it is a powerful fruit that grows plentifully, offering life-sustaining nutrients to both humans and woodland creatures. Together, the snail and huckleberry invited an appreciation for what is beneath the surface and trust in what cannot be seen. Upright, now is a good time to follow your bliss, trusting in the invisible supports. With great risk comes great reward. What have I benefited from trusting in subtle clues? How can I look beyond appearances towards a deeper meaning? With great risk comes great reward. And so what I hear with that is don't be afraid, okay? When it comes to your intuition, when it comes to taking a leap of faith, when it comes to whatever your heart desires, with great risk comes great reward, okay? Sometimes in order to achieve your next level in life, you have to get a little uncomfortable. You have to get out of your comfort zone, okay? And then one more card for how your person is feeling about themselves. How's the person on Scorpio's mind feeling about themselves? How is the person on Scorpio's mind feeling about themselves? We have the Owl and Hop, Wisdom. This card came in reverse. And so automatically with the owl, you know, people think owls are wise. With the hop reminds me of beer. So this person might like beer. This person may have problems with alcohol. Since this card did come in reverse, this number is 22. That number could be significant. The Owl and Hop, Wisdom. Wisdom coming in reverse. I'm also hearing self-doubt. Okay. Owls are closely associated with Athena, the Greek goddess of wisdom. Known for their nocturnal vision, owls represent knowledge and erudition. Excuse me, with a hint of mystery. The hop is an impressive plant able to climb up 20 feet in a single growing season. Combined, the pair indicates spiritual and intellectual fulfillment. You may be, in reverse, you may be burdened by feelings of regret or lack of fulfillment. Reflect on your past successes and think practically about your current goals. Even a towering hop vine climbs one small step at a time. Am I content? If I've reached a state of fulfillment, am I willing to humble myself and try something new? Okay, this card is telling me as far as how your person's feeling about themselves, they may be feeling not confident, which would bring them feelings of regret or lack of fulfillment. And in order to get past those feelings, they would have to work on their own confidence, because in order to start leveling up in life, in order to, you know, take a leap of faith, go towards your future successes, what you want, your goals, all of that, you have to work on your own confidence in order to climb the ladder. And this is basically telling your person, remember all that you have to be grateful for, and you know, you have no reason to not be able to achieve this. You are this wise owl, so you need to flip your energy, is what I'm hearing about the person on your mind. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here, my precious Scorpios. I thank you all, whomever has been watching my readings, liking my readings, subscribing, following. It does help with my algorithm. It does help me get out there. Anyways, I love you guys. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day.